you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, and we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football. If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, and we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football.
Well, a couple weeks ago, I called for it, ladies and gentlemen. I said that they're going to need a players-only meeting. Jermaine Johnson reveals today that they had one. More on that right after Blitz BK.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in football!
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nick Shine Show. Good afternoon. I am your host, Nick. Thank you for being here with me. I am still sick. I will do my best to mute the mic before I cough, but sometimes, much like Knobcraft, they come pretty quickly. So I can't promise you that I'll get every cough muted. So before we even get into the New York Jets and their latest debacle, we got some action. AA74, who's new to the chat. Very new name in the chat. Never seen him anywhere before discussing anything. Has gifted 5 memberships. Welcome, AA74. Pleasure to have you here. Your 5 went to M123, J Mole, Jet Jarrow, Smitty PA, and Taylor Stern. Now, for those of you that don't know, this is Alan. Alan texted me yesterday, and these raffle entries are going to Wild Wave. So Wild Wave, you will be getting these raffle entries courtesy of AA74. Good luck to you, and thank you, Alan, as always, for supporting this channel. Hi, Nick Shine, my friend, says the legend Bobby Midnight, member of the channel for 10 months. I love your show. You're a great host. Thank you, Bobby. You're the man, Bob. Mr. Gorilla Salad with a $5 super chat. I can go all night long, Dick. You can call me whatever you want if you super chat. I'll read it too. Anything you want to call me, ladies and gentlemen, super chat it, and I will read it. With affliction as well. For those of you wondering what raffle we have going on, here it is. I purchased it. It's en route. It should be here tomorrow at the house. I love this piece. This is when I became a Jet fan. This was my first days of watching football, was the sack exchange. So this is a really, really nice piece. I'm very happy. I'm kind of sad, if that makes sense, to be giving it away. But I'm happy that we finally got this on the channel. So please, any super chats, $5 and up, like Knob just did, or Mr. Gorilla Salad did, forgive me, get you on the wheel. Gifted memberships get you on the wheel, ladies and gentlemen. So get your raffle entries in. We will be giving this away live from Cincinnati on Sunday night, October 26th. Yes, Nick still wants to go. Yes, Nick is a glutton for punishment, but I don't care because I am looking forward to a road trip with my boy. Looking forward to it. So I wake up, find out Jermaine Johnson tells the media that we had a players only meeting before we left for London. I called for this a couple weeks ago. Sure, many others have as well. Now, it's good and it's bad. All right. I'll start with the good first. It shows that the standard in the locker room isn't being met. Some of these guys have been a part of a top five defense. Some of these guys know what it takes to get off the field on third down. Now, when you got players stepping up and leading, I like that. I don't know who called for it. Usually it's a captain. But Jermaine comes back, and all of a sudden we have a players only meeting. Could be a good sign. Could be a good sign. They might not call people out publicly like I've been calling for, like a Warren Sapp asshole type. But privately, maybe some shit got aired. Do your job. Maybe some finger pointing. Sometimes it's good in life to get called out in front of your peers. You either answer the call or you show that you're a complete piece of shit who just doesn't care about his job. Either way, there's nothing in the middle. Those are the two options. That's it, folks. I've declared it. It's on the show. It's on air. It's out there in the universe till the end of time. Now, here's why it's bad. It means that a lot of shit's getting aired out. And it could be complaints about coaches. It could be problem with the coach. Where do you go from here if it doesn't get answered? Now you have your leadership, your captains go above the defensive coordinator. So this is a game. This is a game we need, right? We're 0-5. Every game until we win is going to be a game we need. We know how you guys, we know the temperature of the room of the Jets fan base. We know how upset everyone is. We know how disappointed everyone is. I'm kind of happy this is finally getting to the players. Johnson told the reporters everyone was on the same page. We have to be better. We can't be the reason we lose. This can't happen. We have too much talent. Coach AG had our back as far as how he runs this thing, instilling a certain culture in here. We have to have his back by putting a good product out there. That's our job. We definitely take full accountability. And listen, as someone who's sober, I appreciate accountability. I respect the fact that they're saying it's on us. Now fix it. What good is admitting your flaws if you don't repair them? Oh, we got a leak in the roof. All right. We'll just go in the other room. Avoid it. No, you got to fix it. You can't just declare we have problems and not address them. You can't declare we're the issue and not get better performance on the defensive side of the ball. I said this on Jake's show the other day. I've said it here. I am begging to see what a game looks like with Tanner Engstrand calling it the way he wants the entire game. We saw it in Pittsburgh. It was our best offensive performance of the year. We were a complete team. We ran the ball 39 times. I've told you guys, 40 carries is my key to victory for the Jets. We got 39 in week 1. Ball control, get your play action going, gets Brees going, gets Justin Fields going with RPO. You get Brees going, that opens up Fields with the run. You get Fields going with the run, that opens up him throwing from out of the pocket. Now you could see the full repertoire of what Engstrand wants to implement with this offense. We are not going to win games. My number was 24. I said we will not win a game if Justin Fields has to throw more than 24 times. He threw 42 times last week. It's a loss. The more he throws, the more the greater the deficit is. We can't win those types of games. We don't have the arsenal. We don't have the weapons. We basically have 3 weapons and then a bunch of schlubs. We got Garrett, we got Brees, we got Taylor. And then we got guys that really don't deserve to be on a football field unless there's injuries. They're number 5s. We got a number 1 and a bunch of 5s. How do you fix that? Run the goddamn ball. Don't fumble in the red zone. Get a lead. It would be great to see this offense play with a lead where we could just run the ball down their throat, milk 40 seconds, wear their defense out, and then late in the game, that's when you get Fields out in the open with running it. Ladies and gentlemen, the aforementioned great Jake Asman gifted a membership that went to Zach Tenler. Jake, you were on the wheel for the Sack Exchange photo from the Stock Exchange, which we will be giving away live from Cincinnati on October 26th. Thank you, Jake. You are very well aware of this, but you are indeed a nice guy, my friend. I thought I muted it. I didn't. It double tapped it. That's what she said. Oh, Bengals, Jamar Chase, now questionable for Sunday. That would be my luck. My son wants to go to Cincinnati to see Joe Burrow. Toe injury. Ask him, do you still want to go to Cincinnati to see the Bengals? He goes, yeah, we'll see Chase. This is why I don't buy tickets until I'm there. But ladies and gentlemen, get your raffle entries in. Shout out to Jake, Allen, Knob. Why did my camera just turn off? We'll be right back.
It's got beef.
Gentry covered in football. Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show.
Okay, I'm back. Thank you for being here. StreamYard just crashed on me. You hear Jake say it all the time, and you got to see it live here. That when you're using a green screen, all of a sudden, boop, boop. Well, not a green screen. It's a white wall. Speaking of a white wall, can we discuss the New York Giants quarterback and running back? That's a segue, ladies and gentlemen. Good for them. Number 1, if anyone knows anything about me, my 2 most hated places on earth are Boston and Philadelphia. I think they're filled with the worst of humanity. To watch Philly get knocked out by the Dodgers yesterday and then have the Giants, which are supposed to be a doormat this year, beat them on national television was fun. I've said this. Many of you who've been here from the end of last season know I have a man crush on Brian Daboll. I think Daboll is a great offensive mind. I was screaming for us to get Daboll if he became available, if the Giants were dumb enough to fire him. He hasn't had talent. His scheme is great. They don't have Neighbors. They don't have Slayton. And they just put up 30-something points on what a lot of people consider one of the best defenses in the league. Now, I know Jalen Carter didn't play. He's a huge difference maker. Go Dogs. But the fact that Carter was warming up and then after discussing the turf decided not to play is wild. Because that story came out yesterday. I don't know how much attention it got on air. Hennessy says you didn't want Dart. No, I didn't want Dart. I didn't want any quarterback. I wanted to build the line first. I wanted to build the weapons. And then I want to bring the quarterback in as the final piece of the puzzle. I've seen Darnold and Zach come in with no talent around them and fail. I want to do something that we've only done for Mark Sanchez and Chad Pennington. I want to have a complete offense and bring the quarterback in as the last piece of the puzzle. So he has every tool and weapon at his disposal to succeed. I think this offseason, you go get another wide receiver, you go draft a center, and then you have your offense. And then you draft a running back in the mid rounds to complement Allen if you don't resign Brees. Give a quarterback everything possible. I love that we drafted Taylor this year so he can get assimilated to the offense. Well, Hennessy, when we had the talent, like I just said, with Pennington and Sanchez, we didn't fail. We've tried to bring the quarterback in as the first piece. Go look at the 2018, 2019, and 2020 Jets rosters on offense and show me how many guys would start across the league that Sam Darnold was playing with. It was a JV team. Corey Davis was Zach Wilson's number one. Corey Davis never had a 1,000-yard season. The dude's a garbage can. The fans are going nuts over Corey Davis because we don't know what real talent looked like. You got Garrett Wilson. You got Mason Taylor. You got 2 stud left tackles. Go finish your offense and bring the quarterback in and let him play when it's built. But that being said, do I think the Giants will perform like that every week? No. But I'm happy that Philly lost. I love it. They booed their team off the field after losing to Denver, and then they lose on a hour-and-a-half road trip on a short week. Good. Chiefs and Eagles, I hope they both have losing records this season. No, I'm saying you draft the quarterback this year coming up. You go all in for the quarterback this year. And you get a wide receiver with it. You bring in a center. And then you have your offense built. You go get another veteran. Like, if Josh Reynolds is a 4, I'm okay with Josh Reynolds being here as a 4. I don't want Josh Reynolds as a 2. Yeah, they are. And if you watch the show, Hennessy, I said that defensive line, excuse me, hiccup and a burp at once. I said that defensive line is good enough to win them a couple games that people think they have no business winning. How about Thibodeau? Thibodeau's turned into a nice player in year 4. That's the guy that I wanted. I wanted him over Sauce. I didn't want a corner at 4. I wanted Thibodeau and Drake London. And then I wanted us trading up and drafting Nakobe Dean. I had, in my final mock that year, I had us trading up with the Titans. And then the Jets traded up with the Titans, but they got Jermaine Johnson. But that would have been my draft. Thibodeau, London. I know London didn't make it to where we picked, but Nakobe Dean. Nate had Scattaboo in 17 out of 94 mock drafts. I can't believe you only did 94 mock drafts. I think you did way more than that. Am I the only one that you do a mock draft, you don't like it, and you don't even screenshot it? Is that why it's only 94? If there's ones that you didn't like, you don't save them? Excuse me. All right. Let's be real about this, folks. If you don't win this game, even if you do win this game, you have to start to discuss what players you can move. Because if you're 0-6, you're going to be getting calls for players. Connor Rogers on his podcast with Joe on Badlands, we're talking about it yesterday. If you're this bad, you need to do the full reset. If you can get a 1 and a 3 for Quinnen Williams, you're probably going to do that. If you can get a 4 for Brees, hope maybe a 3 if he starts dominating the next couple games. It'd be a late 3. You do it. Lazard, you get a cup of coffee, you do it. Quincy Williams comes back healthy, you're probably going to move him too. No one in our safety room is worth trading, or if you're another team in the NFL, worth trading for. Quinnen has no guaranteed money, so it's an easy swap. But if you can get a team that gives you a pick in the 20s, and then you have potentially the number one overall the pick, you have a pick in the mid to late 20s, and then you have the first pick of the second round, and you have 3 of the top 33 picks. That's how you change your franchise around. That's where you go get your quarterback, a wide receiver, and then you get a defensive tackle to go replace Quinnen. Yes. Is Quinnen good? Yes. Is Quinnen our best player on defense? Yes. But you also have to look at the age and what he would be by the time we get good in a year or two. So if you can build something for the next 10 years, listen, you take from a strength to address a weakness. The weakness is the rest of our roster. You have to. If you get that call, if you get that phone call, you have to take it. It would suck. It would absolutely suck to lose Quinnen. He's beloved by fans, by the organization, by his teammates. But when you want to build, you need more chips to build. I would hate it, but I would get it. The logic makes sense. We got. Let's look at how many we need main pieces. We need 2 safeties. We need another linebacker. We need, if we move Quinnen, 2 defensive tackles. We need a third defensive end. We need a center. We might need another guard. We need 2 wide receivers. We need a running back. We need a quarterback. Never need a long snapper. Shout out to Thomas Hennessy. May he play forever. But we need a lot. If you add a 1 and a 3, yes, Knob. I'm telling you, Knob, wait. Don't do it now. But yes, your text, yes, if you're watching. Ted had the best idea. I would do it. I would do it. Hell yeah, Knob. Text me the times. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. God, I love when I see stupid shit. Sorry. Information's coming in from Gator and Jake, and I just saw something hysterical. I would do that. It's not a bad idea, right? They wanted Quinnen earlier, and now the way Dak is playing, it's giving them hope. They went from sellers to potentially buyers. People thought that, when they sold off Parsons. Now, if you go get Quinnen and Brees, you give us 2 ones and you have 3 ones. Rewind. Let's have a little revisionist history here. The 2000 draft with 4 number ones changed our franchise for the next 10 years, 8 years. We got Ellis, Abraham, Chad. We were pretty much, that was our core. I know we traded Abraham away. That one stung. But Sean Ellis was a staple on our defense for years. Pennington led us to multiple playoff runs. You have 3 number ones, you control the draft. You can trade out. You can trade down for a pick next year and have 2 ones in the 26 and the 27 draft. That's how you build your organization. And if you're 0-6, you want as many lottery tickets as you can possibly get in the NFL draft. I don't think this is. I would do this in a second, Nate. Would Jerry? He'd probably do a. He'd probably want to keep one of the ones because if Dallas does anything well, they draft in the first round pretty well. Give me a 1 and a 2 with a 3 the following year. Listen, like I said, we have a lot of pieces that we need to put on this team. We don't have depth. We don't even have starters that are at some positions that are NFL caliber starters. So anything that raises those chances and those odds, I'm for. Oh, excuse me. 111. All right. I got about 25 minutes left. You want some call-ins? Ladies and gentlemen, the call-in link is dropped. Also, hit the like button. If you have not subscribed already, please do so. We are in the midst of the raffle for the sack exchange from the stock exchange photo with all 4 signatures on it. Make sure you get your raffle entries in. You want a chance to win this. Good luck to everybody. Now, batting leadoff for the New York Yankees, Black Gypsy.
Yo.
What up?
So I had an interesting conversation in Jake's chat today, right? It literally explained a lot to me about our fans. All right, so what defense does Aaron or does Wilkes run?
He doesn't have like a set defense, right? He's all over the board. It's like almost like he's like this one.
All right, so I'm going to explain it to people. It's a Tampa 2 defensive scheme that he's running. That he's running his scheme from, and then changing it in formations from to a different 4-3 basically to a nickel and shit like that, right? So I think it was Spencer and some guy named Renzel in Jake's chat saying that Tampa 2 is not a strategy or a scheme. Like, oh my God, bro. They don't understand that Tampa 2 is a strategy and a scheme. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers ran this with some of the greatest players that were ever fucking put together to win a Super Bowl. Like when they had Sapp and all those dudes. Like that's what Wilkes is trying to play. He's trying to play a Tampa 2 defense and literally switching it back and forth. And that's why we're losing, because Sherwood doesn't understand the Mike linebacker. Like Sapp was that dude, bro. Like to play that defense, you need someone that's extremely intelligent, that knows what they're talking about. And the fact that we don't know what a Tampa 2 defensive strategy is bad. Yeah. As just football fans. Like, if you're going to talk about Wilkes, that's what he's known for. That's what he runs. He disguises mad other shit from it, but it's a Tampa 2 scheme. So, like, knowing that and knowing that he's not going to change, the chances of us winning week to week is impossible. When I would talk about the defense, I figured everyone knew already that it was a Tampa 2 defense. I didn't know it was information that had to be given to people. Like, his scheme is Tampa 2. That's why Wilkes loves that shit. Glenn likes it because it's something that the Jets used to use back in the day. Like, it started, and it's a really good defense if you have really, really good players.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not.
Yeah, so we don't have a John Lynch. We don't have a Rondé Barber.
We don't have
Derek Brooks. Like, we don't even have a McQuarles.
Like, so it's not so much that Wilkes is a bad DC, because I've been shitting on him so bad that people are trying to defend him that don't understand what he's calling. Is that he's dated. Everything that he's doing is dependent on some really good players that we don't have. Our defense is not made for a Tampa 2. It's barely made for a 4-3. Like, we're a nickel defense. Like, Saleh ran his defense the way he ran it because of the players that he had. It was successful because you just gives guys a better chance out of a nickel than you do out of a Tampa 2. Like, you can see the openings in Tampa, or in his man defense is very fast.
Yeah.
So that blew my mind that they didn't know that, Shine, because if you're watching football and you guys, a lot of people, Spencer was saying that he ran an organization.
Also, let me add this though. It's tough to get a read on what we're running when guys don't run it correctly.
So, yeah, because you don't get to see it.
When Cisco's jumping routes over the middle and not playing over the top, it's like, all right, what the fuck call is that? But you realize that, all right, this guy just fucked up. He doesn't know his
He does.
responsibilities in the scheme,
It's a
which
two.
means it's not being taught the right way, it's not being called the right way, and it's not being explained the right way. And
I
that's where
think
the issue falls with Wilkes.
I think it's so dated that for him to teach them that Tampa 2 is hard for them because it's a three linebacker stance. It's Baltimore back in the day. Like it's three linebackers that are your middle linebackers falling back and miking at the same time. Your
Yeah.
two are picking up tight. Like it's made for a specific like type of play where guys are really smart on the defense to understand what's happening. Like
But
we
then
can't do
when you
it.
had that Baltimore defense, you had Sam Adams and Saragusa absorbing 4 blockers and letting Ray Lewis just do whatever Ray Lewis wanted to do because he very rarely got touched.
And you think about it, Quentin is an awesome player. But Quentin out of Tampa 2 is a one technique player. You take away his skill, you put him in nickel,
Yeah.
you give him 2 techniques right away. Like that's what makes Jermaine a really good player, but I don't think he's gonna stay healthy enough. From the 2-man,
Don't say that. I need Jermaine to just go.
yeah, but I
go
think
to the moon.
his injury needs to. I think
No.
next year he'll be good. I think he's not going to be a full percentage. But what makes him good, he can 2 technique from 2-man under. He has 2 moves that he can use that he uses very inside step, outside step, underneath, hand over. Like he bumps and pushes when he moves. So like he's gonna like McDonald has 1 technique. He only has 1. It's inside, try to push off, bump, and get over to the corner. His hand doesn't get over fast enough for him to be a 2 technique guy. So like understanding shit like that, and our defense can't win games. Like there's no way they're gonna play this type of defense with these players because people are saying it's the players. It's not really the players. It's the coach not understanding that like for them to think of the Legion of Boom. Legion of Boom played 2-man under and Tampa a lot. And even they would switch into zones and nickel. And you had some of the greatest players on that team. Salah understood that, and that's basically what Salah tried to do with us, was make us a new Legion of Boom. He tried to have the players, the middle linebacker Mosley, be that dude in the middle that controlled everything. Like we don't have that shit. Sherwood can't do it, and
That's a sign of bad coaching, though, right? Because you
it
coach
is
to the team that you have, not the team that you want them to be. And if you don't
exactly.
have the player overhaul to run the scheme that you want to run, you got to adapt and you got to start to implement your scheme in a little bit, but you also have to coach to the strengths of the players that you have. And that's
Sherwood,
why coaching changes suck because it takes you 2-3 years to overhaul and get the types of guys that you need to run your scheme. And if you don't get successful in those 3 years, guess what, Jets fans? Pull the ripcord, reset, do it again. And that's why teams that don't change their coaches and ride it out end up being successful a lot of times because
and,
Dan Campbell,
and
0-10-1, 6-11, and then year 3 it hits.
personnel builder for Dan Campbell was a while before he hit. And the thing about our team is just base core. We can't play 2-man under. Sauce cannot do that. Sauce does a press, and normally a press is like Rebus would do it. Rebus would give you 2 hand lengths on the press. He would come in, then back off 2 hand lengths, 2 hand lengths. Your first move out of your break on a receiver is where you're going to make your move. Second move is within the second hand grasp. So then he can turn his hip because he plants his left foot and turns, or his right foot and turns, depending on what side he's on, and he can be with the receiver step by step. Sauce doesn't do that. Sauce presses within 1 hand. So the second the guy puts his move on him, he has a step on him, and Sauce can't turn as fast. He doesn't turn his hips fast. So he's always behind. And Sauce doesn't look for the receiver to catch the ball. He plays the receiver the whole time. He's hands on the receiver the whole time. So like, you can't put
He
him.
was smacking and grabbing for 27 yards, like a kid, like asking like for a cookie, and the parent wouldn't give it to him.
Yeah,
I saw that play because we walked out right before that play, and I looked up on the board in the concession area. I was like, he just smacked for 27 yards. Never even tried to locate the ball.
like
And here's another thing that I hate with Sauce, and it's not so much him; it's the play call. 8 yards off. He's 8 yards off more than, and I get it. That's the scheme. That's what they want to run. But I don't want a guy who's got long legs and bad hips have someone with a running start at him. Because that's why he's trying to catch up and grab and smack, and it's It's
And
out of position, it's out of technique, and it's gonna lead to failure more than it'll lead to
it's
success.
just bad technique. Or like when we
It
play
is.
football, right? Because my family's a football family. Like my cousin made it to the NFL, then died the year he got to the NFL. We grew up learning football, X's and
Yeah.
O's. Like we would have drills on Sundays about football, dude. Like knowing where linemen are supposed to go, what you're supposed to do on defense. Like Sauce's technique as a cornerback, he's built for a nickel. So like his press is literally two arm lengths. He cannot be man up with you because he's not beefy enough, he's not strong enough, and he's not fast enough.
Yeah.
Like there's like Revis was really fast. People don't understand how fast Revis was on his break. His back pedal is one of the fastest back pedals ever in the NFL. So like, and his turn was on the dime because he
And he
planted
could
his foot.
slow you down while not slowing down himself.
Exactly.
Like, when he popped you, you stopped. And he was
Yeah,
just one in my opinion, he's the smartest cornerback ever because he would run your route for you. There was a
he would
breakdown he did one time. He goes, "I knew what route you were running by the way
before
your
you ran it.
shoulder was dipped."
Yeah,
He's like, "When you came to the line and you got set up, if your shoulders were higher, I knew what your release was. If you were crunched down more, I knew what route you were running because I knew
you're
the
running.
takeoff that you wanted to get."
Yeah.
And I heard him break it down one time, and I just was mesmerized
What
at
was
the
what was
level of study that he did. And he won his matchup during the week a lot of the time.
a good DB coach will teach you that because when we were playing, because I played receiver and cornerback, right? We learned that two hand between us on a press. Because we played guys that were really good, that were really fast and bigger than me. Like I'm 6'3", guys would be 6'5", 6'7", lining up outside like big ass dudes, and you still have to try and cover some of those guys, like tight ends that were massive back in the day.
Yeah.
So like you would learn that technique and you learn that back foot because it's for each arm length one step. Right. So if I'm pressing you and I have two arm lengths between you, when you make your first step, that gives me one arm length. And then when you make your move, that's my first step. So I'm in stride with you, whether you break inside or you break past me to go for a hook or a deep route. It's just basic. And Aaron Glenn watching Sauce do that, because it has to be that he just said, go ahead, Sauce. I think you're skilled enough to do it. But now seeing that he's not and why Salah played him the way he played him, you have to teach him, like, yo, back off, bro. Like you need to press, but be within your speed limit. Because when you turn, that's where he turns is so important. Stevens can turn. Stevens can't tackle really. And he's actually tackled a lot better in the last couple of games, but he's always late when he turns and his burst is too slow. But
All
that's the
that
reason
being
why
said, let me ask you this. Give me
Go
your
ahead.
opinion on this then. With all that being said, and seeing what you've seen so far, and knowing Sauce's abilities and inabilities, why did they sign him to this contract
Because
if he
Sauce,
can't play what they want to play?
I think they thought they could change the way he played. You have to play to how a guy plays. Because see, that's how he learned how to play football. He learned how to play football handsy. Since college,
Yeah.
he's been handsy.
Yeah.
So you have to play to him being handsy. Salah recognized that and put him. That's why we were all mad. Like, why don't you make him travel? Salah recognized that he couldn't travel.
Yeah.
Like he has to be in a zone. He's in a zone. Sauce is a top 5 cornerback because you work to his speed and his late break. You give him time to recognize. Like otherwise, it's and our number one problem is our linebacker, like our Mike linebacker for playing Tampa too. Like it's just not going to work. Like it's a Tony Dungy defense. You know what I mean? It doesn't fit what we have. What we have is a nickel defense that's going to get scored on. But if you give him opportunities, they'll take the ball away from you. Like that's
And a
what
lot of those bend but break defenses throughout the years, Tampa, Baltimore, they got better as they get to the red zone. It's like we get worse.
No, we get worse.
Like as the defense gets closer together and compresses and the field shortens, they're like, all right, now we got you where we want you.
Because it comes
We don't
down
have that. It's like now they got us where they want us. They're like, oh, they're not going to stop us. We're just going to walk into the end zone.
in Tampa 2, middle linebacker covers that middle of the field and then drops back. So when you're playing Tampa 2 in the end zone, it looks like a 4-6 almost. That having a Ray Lewis there or a Mosley there takes away that middle for you to throw the ball over. Like, and most times
Because they're so smart as well, on top of their talent.
Exactly. Sherwood most time gets caught in the middle, which is why on the play actions he gets beat to the right or the inside left. Like it's just it's whenever you're on the Jake Asman show and someone has anything to say about football knowledge and it comes to me, understand that I am an X's and O's person and I really, really understand football.
Oh, I
My
get it.
uncle,
I learned things when talking to you, so I appreciate it, man.
my uncle told me this. He's like, I'm not smart, but I know football. Man, I'm not smart, but I know football, dog. So, and football is a very difficult thing to understand.
Yeah.
So, like the fact that we didn't understand that a Tampa 2 is a defensive scheme and a strategy, not a 4-3 that becomes a Tampa 2. Like it's a scheme. It's a way that they play to try and lull you into throwing the ball over the middle or going one-on-one long when you have good defenders that can intercept you. Like if we had Revis play Tampa 2, Rex, what's his name, Buddy Ryan. Buddy Ryan plays Tampa 2. Like so, it's a scheme. But that's all I had because it was driving me nuts. Like I said it, and people in the chat were like, "You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about." My mind was blown that they didn't know what a Tampa 2 was, considering that like most of the fans should have seen the Bucks play and win the Super Bowl playing that shit with some of the greatest defenders ever. But I digress.
Yeah, the defense was pretty talented. You can run anything you want when you got 4 Hall of Famers on your defense.
Especially a two-man
tier. You got one on the D line, one at middle linebacker. You got one at safety and one at corner.
The whole team was dope. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it as always. Thank you for sharing the info, and we'll talk soon, bro. Prediction for Sunday?
I'm betting both ways on.
So lose by 30 and lose by 3. That's both ways.
Yeah. I'm betting win and loss. I'm betting trap game and the fact that the Broncos are going to win. I'm on 3 different apps betting. So,
just like I said, man,
if
I could see a game where we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, I love the game plan Engstrand's come out with the last couple games. Like we're moving the ball early in the game. It looks like an NFL offense, and then the fumbles from Allen and Hall took that away from us. And the call for the call from Glenn to move the ball back from the 1. You're supposed to get closer to the end zone. You never do anything to get further away from
their ways to get it down. Like what?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because when we drafted Fields, this is what I thought. I thought that Engstrand was going to call a fucking QB option offense where it's just scary to line up against us because every time you line up against us, like, and I said it, and you guys laughed at me. I said it to you too. You were like, nah. Like, if I'm the coach, I'm telling Fields before the game starts, I want you and Brees to have 100 yards. Every time you see a hole, bro, go for it.
Yeah.
If you see it, go for it, dog. If there's time to pass and you get your guy, go. If not, run. Run like you've never ran before. I'm giving you.
You should get your wish because without Allen, if we combine my theory and your theory, 40 carries a game, no Braylon Allen, it's going to lead to yours of both of them going for it. But we got to be in the game so we can continue running the ball.
But even if we're out of the games, the option can score you points faster than any other play that you can put in a playbook. Like better than a run play from a running back, right? Because you have 4 options of people that you can go to depending on what option play you call. Like depending on how you're running that offense. I'm running that offense. I'm calling split backs, and I'm keeping Beck back there, and I'm keeping Brees on one side, and I'm having Mason right there. Like I'm gonna burn you one way or another. I'm gonna burn you some way, shape, or form. If we're losing and you still have to respect the option, it gives Fields that chance to just break one on one-on-one coverage with Brees. If Brees runs up the side and does an out route. Like it gives us so many different layers to the game that the defense, and Sean Payton is the person that would respect that defense or would respect that offense because he knows if you play good option football, which Philadelphia has until the last 2 weeks, like your team is just, it makes the push easy because everyone is scared that the quarterback could break outside on any play, which they tried to do last week. They tried to run over Samson or whatever his name is to the left. He just got beat on the inside. So like, it is possible. We can win with this team on offense, but not on defense. Defense, I have no hope on defense.
And that's why the offense has to play a perfect game. And you can't have the fumbles early because now you're down 17-3 in back-to-back weeks. And now it's like, shit, everything we worked on all week. All right, give me the emergency book. Like now we got to be a team we don't want to be. And
the defense that Dallas ran against us last week for all those sacks, you bet your sweet ass Sean Payton is running 4 of those defenses this week against us.
Yeah. And this is where And Fields misses one. He throws one in the dirt. Swing past the breeze, swing past the breeze, swing past the breeze. Run it and burn them so we don't constantly get burned.
Tight end screens, fullback screens. You have back, dog. Use them. Use that fullback in the screen. Like,
Yeah.
I would.
I mean, how excited did we get when we saw Smart with the tight end screen in Green Bay? We're like, oh shit, a
Like,
tight end screen,
we're
22
gonna
yard touchdown.
we're gonna
Oh,
use that
shit.
too. We're gonna do it also. No,
Yeah, I was like, this is going to be a brilliant playbook.
like, it all starts in how you're gonna coach Fields. Because if I brought Fields in, I'm telling him to run for his life. Just give me
Yeah.
everything you got, bro. Your whole career is now tied to this team.
Yeah.
Like if he doesn't win here or show that he's the greatest option quarterback ever, he's gonna be relegated to a second, like a backup. 'Cause this is it. Either he wins here or he's a backup.
Yeah. All right. I got to get running. I got to go to work soon. I appreciate you calling.
Olives.
Be good, man. God bless.
Me too.
Ladies and gentlemen, new caller to the channel. AA,
What's going on?
what's up? How
I
are you?
decided to change it up.
I got
To
less
follow
than 10
Black
minutes
Gypsy
before I got to
goes
end the
from
show.
Rap to greatness, so I appreciate it.
So I got 10 minutes before I got to end the show because I got to get
No
to the
problem.
store.
Couple of comments. Two things that you said the other day. First of all, I agree with you. I think Sean Payton is going to absolutely destroy this defense
It's gonna be a
if he
coaching
really
clinic.
wants to.
Yeah.
The only way this game is close is if he actually feels bad for Glenn, one of his mentors. I mean, one of his proteges. That's the only way this game is close. I
don't agree with that because our offensive line can dominate any defensive line, even Denver's, if we're not turning the ball over. So I disagree there. I think we can keep it close if we stop hurting ourselves.
I think Bo Nix is going to have a field day rolling out. I really do.
Yeah, agreed.
And I think Evan Ingram, like the last two games, tight ends really hurt us. And I think Ingram's going to have a couple of touchdowns, just like Waller and
Bet the
Ferguson
over on
did.
receptions. Bet anytime touchdown for every
Yeah.
tight end that we go against until we prove we could stop it. It's easy money.
Two other comments. I'm a big JJ fan. I thought that they should have IR'd him. He was out 3 to 4 weeks, 3 out of the 4 weeks. He's playing this week.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned the other day about extending him. It's a very tricky contract.
Well,
again,
wait, there's a nuance to it. I said if he comes back and plays and we all of a sudden are getting 4 or 5 sacks a game again, like you extend him. If he comes back and the D line comes back to life and we get the pass rush that we saw in the Steelers game for more than one game, if this is the norm and we're getting to the quarterback time and time again, and JJ's what's opening Quinnen up, then yes, lock him up.
I agree, but it's a tricky contract because, again, I'm looking at the Karlaftis deal, and he got 93 for 4. Karlaftis is 2 years younger. I think that's going to be the type of deal that JJ's going to want. I don't think the Jets are going to give him that deal.
I
But
think a
that's
3-year
only-
deal is ideal for Jermaine. I think you're probably looking 375.
Yeah,
Which is
something like
norm.
that.
Which is a good ballpark for a player. If he comes on the rest of the year,
Mhm.
it can go up, right? It can be 3 for 90. But I think 3 is a good number to give the guy, especially that he's older and the fact that he's had that injury. But we got to see how it plays out the rest of the year. It could
And
be
what-
AVT, right? He could be our AVT on defense that's continuously injured.
And one final comment on Mendoza, the guy you mentioned yesterday. I know he was great against Illinois, but against my Hawkeyes, the one thing I learned about him is he could take a hit. I mean, Iowa's defense played so well against him. I thought they should have won the game. We couldn't tackle anybody. But one thing about him, his ball placement is elite. It's elite.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned Trevor Lawrence as a comp. I mentioned Jared Goff as a comp. I
He's
think
more athletic. That's why.
Goff could be
he's-
athletic when he wants to. He could run. He
Yeah,
could roll
but-
out.
This kid Mendoza can run the RPO that Angstjan wants to run. Sellers can too. But I
Yes.
like Mendoza as a passer. I don't want to draft a quarterback that has to develop as a passer. I think Mendoza can make every throw needed
He
to
could.
play at the NFL level. Sellers, you have to hope he gets there. And you're going to draft him more on his freakish talent and ability. But passing from the pocket, for me, Mendoza is number 1 in this draft. And he's got the size, and he's
He
got the
does.
frame, and he can run the RPO, and he's a great leader, and he's got poise. He's got every box checked for me that I want in a franchise quarterback.
I will learn a lot about him against Oregon and against Penn State.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a shootout this week. I
Should be
just
fun
don't
to
think
watch. Is that
what
the night game? Is that the night
that's
game
it. No, that's
Saturday?
the 3:30 CBS game.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
Damn it, CBS.
I won't be around, so most likely I'll try to tape it. I'll be at the A&M game.
Nice.
And I'll get to see Sailors next month. Which, but again, I agree with you. I think Mendoza is really up there. Sellers is more the eye candy for a lot of these scouts based on his size.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think either of these guys would be day one starters. I think I would sit them both for a half a year. Maybe Mendoza gets in earlier because he's more the polished passer, but I don't want to start either of those guys. But if the Jets have a top 5 pick, they are going to have to take a quarterback. I know a lot of people like trading back. I just don't see it. I don't see it.
Boomtown has a question for you. Do you consider the 67 yards from Hill and 48 from Waddle, 0 touchdowns, torching our secondary in week 4, which you touted the wide receivers would do?
Miami's garbage, but first of all, Hill got hurt midway through the game. He would have had over 100 yards.
Right in front of me, too. Oh, when we saw the leg come over, the whole section. Oh, you know, when that gruesome thing happens and everyone has like the same reaction, people turn in their head. One guy covered his kid's eyes. Like it was unfortunate.
And also Darren
I'm
Waller
laughing
had
out of
some
nervousness.
touchdowns, too.
I'm not laughing at
Darren-
the injury. I'm laughing because I laugh when nervous moments.
Yeah. I think Denver's going to throw. I think Denver's going to have about 400 yards of offense in this game. I think it's a really tough matchup.
The way we've played, how
They might
can you
go
not
higher.
think that, right? Like, that's the narrative. And you want to change the narrative, Jets? Change the narrative. Get third down stops, hit the quarterback, stop the play action rollout. And I forget who I was listening to. I think was it Connor Rogers maybe? Or it was Dylan. Dylan. Yeah, I get Dylan and Connor Rogers confused. That Denver uses the pass to set up the run.
They do.
So they're going to throw early. They're going to throw often. And then later on, when you're tired, they're going to ram the ball down your throat with Dobbins late in the game. So you got to be able to stop the pass early or it's going to get ugly quick.
And I think this will be Breece Hall's final game as a Jet. I think he'll get dealt over the week. I don't see them waiting till the deadline. If a team calls up and offers a 4, I think they'll take it.
What about Ted's? I got like less than 5 minutes.
Sorry.
Real quick. What about Ted's theory that you trade Quinnen and Breece to Dallas for a haul?
I don't think
you'll
Dallas
get both
would do that
ones,
both
but a
first.
1 and a 2.
I would do
right?
it. I mean, Javonte Williams is playing well for them, and they actually like Jaden Blue. I don't know if they're the team that would take Breece Hall. I think Breece
Yeah, but if it gets you Quinnen, if you're the Jets and you're Muji and you're like, hey, we're going to lose this running back at the end of the season.
Yes.
It's time to move on from Quinnen. He deserves a chance to maybe go win.
I agree.
Dallas will pay him big money immediately. They'll give him the guaranteed
But
money.
they would
upon
have
the
to
trade.
take Breece Hall.
Yeah, and it's a 1 and a 2. You give me a 1 and a 2, and you got 4 picks in the first 2 rounds. Yes, it would suck, but you do it.
You have to do it, and
You just hope they get desperate enough. You know, if Cowboys win another game or 2 and they see some deficiencies on their team, jump on it. But Alan, thank you.
always a pleasure, man.
Thanks for calling in, and thank you for the memberships, and good luck to Wildwave. Speaking of memberships, ladies and gentlemen, there is a legend walking amongst us right now. His name's Rick Kent. Thank you, Rick. Your memberships went to Jovan White, Ryder and Talon Spa, Michael Palermo, King of Kings 92, hashtag cornerback, and Cincy Matt. Cincy Matt, yeah, I will see you out there. Sun still wants to go. We're in. We're in. Nate, I love it. I love it because I know we're not good enough to win. And you know that I'm a big believer that we're going to move on from Breece at the end of the year. So if we can get premium picks, sign me up. That's where we're at. We're 0-5 and a lot more losses to come. So absolutely 100% without a shadow of a doubt, get me premium picks to reload this roster to create the identity that Glenn and Muji want. I am not of the belief that they are being fired after year 1. I'm not. Because, like I said, when you look at the roster, multiple safeties are needed. Multiple linebackers are needed. Multiple defensive tackles are needed. A third defensive end is needed. multiple wide receivers are needed, a running back is needed, a quarterback is needed, a center is needed, and maybe another guard is needed. We're not close, man. We're not. So if we can get premium picks, done. Sign me up. Bobby Midnight.
Hello, Nick. How you doing?
Hey, bud.
Okay, we did practice this week because I heard from Jake we shouldn't be practicing this week. So our team drank a lot of beer this so we should be fine for the Sunday game.
They're at the pubs in London, Bob. They're doing the pub crawls in London.
Well, I'm supposed to be what's Aaron Glenn today right now.
All right.
So
I didn't know you were role playing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I forgot to tell you it was role playing. But I was happy last night.
I'm sure you are.
The Giants.
I'm sure you are.
The ass out of those Eagles. Yay!
Hey, whenever to watch Philadelphia lose to the Dodgers and the Giants in one night, that made me happy. The worst of humanity resides in Philadelphia and South Jersey.
Yeah, but if the Giants could beat the Eagles, I think the Jets could beat the Eagles this week.
This is a game after. This is 4 days after the Giants had 5 turnovers on 5 consecutive drives, and everyone said it's the end of the world.
Yeah,
just goes to show it's a week-to-week league, and you can change the narrative at any time.
Dart over me is better player, better quarterback than Danny Dimes. Okay, because we threw Jones into the mix with the bad offense line. Now we got a good. The Giants do have a good offense line right there.
I love you saying "we" when referencing the Giants while wearing a Jet hat on a Jet show.
Yeah, but I still cheer for both teams.
We know you do, but it's funny to us as Jets fans.
Oh yeah, no, I understand.
Like you know how people are upset with Charles declaring Colts. If Charles calls in with a Jet hat and starts saying "we" when talking about the Colts, it's going to get picked on. So obviously, I have to do my job and tease you.
Yeah, but I want to thank Gator for my new opening of the show. On my show.
I saw it. He sent it to me.
Oh my God, I died. Gator, thank you very much. That was the best. I was getting penalized on the other one because of the Brady.
Well, you don't get penalized because you're not losing anything because you're not commercialized.
Well, they say you're
not losing $1 because you're not making commercial revenue. You get commercial revenue at 1,000 subscribers. You don't have commercials on your show. So you're not losing anything by it.
Right.
The commercial, the copyright infringement is if you play, say if I play a Jay-Z song right now, I'll get flagged and it'll say that any commercial revenue I make has to be shared with that channel. That's what the flag is. You don't have commercials, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Okay. So Dylan got over 500, right? Why didn't he get like I did? He should have got monetized before.
I have no idea, Bob.
It's a new system, 500 and then 1,000. No, I thought that was good, but no, thank you, Gay. I love it. Oh, I love it so much.
Do you mind if I play that right now while you're here?
Yeah, you could do and play the cat one too if you. Remember.
I don't have the cat one. He sent me the.
Play the new one. Yeah, play the new one.
It's uploading in StreamYard right now. But real quick, let's do this.
Yeah. Now let's go to What Did We Learn Today, courtesy of Nick Shine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the end of the show. Your What Did We Learn?
I wonder who.
Shout out. Hold on one second. Hold on. Show stuff. Yeah. Shout out to Rick Kent, who 1 week from today will be in New Jersey, baby. Yeah. Nick, I'm heading to New York, New Jersey a week from today. See you soon. Rick, I can't wait. And I need to record when you meet Nikki, because I need you to say what I told you yesterday in the DP to say to him when you meet him. I need that recorded.
I wonder if he's related in the NFL. He said he was related to somebody in the NFL.
Yes. Give me 2 seconds, Bob.
Oh, yeah.
Rick, I don't remember either. I just remember I told you. About the flurry. I made you, I heard you made a girl get homeschooled for being a flurry. That's the comment. Real quick, a couple comments I want to get to here before we wrap up. Stanley Man says, do I trust this current regime to rebuild? So far, Muji and Glenn have been worse than JD. Overpay for Stevens and Cisco. Overdraft for Smith and Barron. I don't think you could say overdraft when you're taking a guy in the 4th and the 5th round. Mm-hmm. I Membu looks tremendous. Mason Taylor looks like he's going to be really good.
Oh,
I got to
like
see AZ Thomas. I got to see some more from Malachi Moore. I would like to see Malachi Moore utilized in a better scheme. But I think drafting wise, yeah. And if we're drafting a quarterback, I absolutely 100% want Engstrand developing that quarterback. And if you lose Glenn, you lose Engstrand. So I'm completely fine with this. Eddie says, Detroit had no talent. Our team has talent. Big difference. Detroit was competitive. We are not. Big difference. Campbell cried and took the blame. Glenn does not. He blames others. I disagree with the we have talent part because, like I said, 2 safeties, 2 linebackers, 2 defensive tackles, a D end, a center, a guard, multiple wide receivers, an energy drink for Bobby, and a running back.
no,
We need a lot. And a quarterback. We need a lot. We need a lot. All right, real quick, let me rip through these.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, is this the world debut? Did Jake play this today?
No, I played it. I just looked at it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the world premiere of Bobby's new opening. And then we'll get to your what did we learn, and I got to get out of here.
Yes.
It's time for the legend of Bobby Midnight. A Zoom meeting from Vermont, starring Bobby Woodruff, co-starring Addison from the Addy Show. Bobby wants to be a cat, and he humps his chair, puts his fist in his mouth, then he shaves his nose. Bobby loves the ladies. Sometimes he gets real horny. Sarah make him happy because she's so damn pretty. Keep Gooba far away from him. Christmas time is awesome. Bobby has to pee and likes to smoke the kush. When Bobby falls down, it's Jay Quest's fault. Alan makes him mad with this crap of crap. Is that Gary's pretty wife? She makes me do my titty dance. Maybe Charles will join me too. I'm getting pretty tired, need to sit down now and start the legend of Bobby Midnight Show.
That was good. I like that one. That's hilarious.
Well done, Gator.
Yes.
Very well done, Gator.
Better than the
Shout out to
Brady.
Gator.
Yeah, I like that too.
You didn't like this one that Gator made, though.
Yeah, no, I'm staying right here.
Oh, look at my eye! Oh, look at my eye!
You're a dick. What the fuck? What the? Look at that! He's laughing.
No, I didn't like that too much.
I know. Well, Bobby, maybe you'll do some shows and you can play your own opening. That would be a treat for everybody.
I'm gonna have a show after Jake show, second show. Nothing on Friday anyway. Last night I had to watch the Giant game. That's true.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be on tonight after Jake's second show.
All right. Well, Bob,
Okay,
thank you for calling in. Thank you for allowing me to play that. And shout out to you. Thank you for sending that to
playing
me.
it for me too. Yeah, of course. I had to give you. I wanted to try to be funny about not practicing this week.
No, it was good. I just didn't know what you were doing. Sometimes
Yeah,
you come in hot. Sometimes you're angry at me for reasons I don't know why. So I didn't know what you were doing there at first.
I forgot to tell you I was going to do that.
Yes. And ladies and gentlemen,
right.
please go watch the Addy Show featuring Bobby.
Yeah.
Ah, you're hysterical, Gorilla Salad. You're hysterical. So funny.
Well, you gotta turn, it's Bobby Show. Thank you, Gator. Start using some gorilla salad.
All right. I'm like 10 minutes over where I
I
need
know,
to be out of the house by now.
I'm going away.
Later, buddy.
Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you put a what did we learn, I'm sorry. I will scan for it very quickly. Again, last call, super chats, gifted memberships, get you on the wheel for the SAC exchange at the stock exchange. I will be on Saturday night. I don't have an exact time yet. I have plans on Saturday. I'm targeting early evening, maybe 7, 8 o'clock, maybe a little later. I'm working double time Sunday from 9 to 4. So I'll be on regular time Sunday night at 8 o'clock. So little programming for the weekend. Full game preview tomorrow night. And then Sunday night game recap. Shout out to Phil Adams. Road trip to London town, looking for something for the boy. Ah, dude, you're tremendous, Phil. Phil sent a towel last year from the Jet Minnesota game. He drove down and got the official game towel and sent it to me. I appreciate that, Phil. You're the man, as always. Safe travels and have a great time out there, man. It must be pretty cool for you guys. Addie's not coming. Working on it, but I got shot down yesterday. I was like, dude, just book it. And he's got some stuff going on right now that he's got to tend to out there, so he's got to remain out there. But we'll get him out here for another game. But ladies and gentlemen, if you are a member of the channel, go hit the Canadian flag right now. Send that out for Boomtown. Come on, YouTube. Come on, YouTube. Excuse me. I gifted a couple memberships. First one went to Papa Jet in the house right now. Congrats, Papa Jet. And I'll gift one more from Rick and Alan, both gifting 5. It went to Jay Lepselter. So 2 viewers of the channel who are always here. Appreciate you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Boomtown, drop it like it's hot. Bobby, if you hate the Jets, don't be in your chair. Bobby, if you think Nick Shine is the greatest person you've ever met, don't say anything. Thank you, Bobby. Bobby, where are you? Bobby,
I'm in the bathroom one.
are you dressed?
Yes, I'm not naked.
All right, you're on air. I didn't know. I saw you reaching for clothes. I didn't know if you was getting freaky.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. I love you.
Love you too. You put me
All
in
right.
that.
If you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it.
No, I didn't take the place. I take it once.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hold up. Hit the brakes. Sorry, Boomtown. Rick Kent gifted 5 more memberships, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Rick. Legend of legends. He's that legendary legend that everyone's talking about. His memberships went to AD Pugnut, Yeetus Deletus, Pork of the Morning, Thomas Gannett, and South End Auto Detailing. Thank you, Rick. Good luck to you in the raffle, Rick. Boomtown learned Nick's coughs and knob come quickly. Nick is a grat host. Nate and Scattaboo. Nate had Scattaboo in 17 of his 94 mock drafts. 1 arm length equals 1 step. Gypsy is surprised some don't know what a Tampa 2 is. Bonus, you always need to be on your toes in case Bobby Midnight is role-playing. Toe jokes. Toe jokes. You son of a bitch. Well done, Boom. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And breaking news, Blitz BK will be in the parking lot with us next week. And we got a surprise coming too. We have a surprise attendee that I just found out about. So next week, listen, we've said this, we know this. This community, this team brought us together, but the people in this community is what keeps us coming back for more. I appreciate all of you guys who watch shows in the off season, who support this channel in every way that you do, whether it's hitting the like, talking about it, sharing it, gifting, super chats. Everyone has a role, and all of you are part of this family, and I appreciate you guys for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will take you out with a video of what the Jets do to us all the time. F us.
That's it. You're fuck?